welcome back, guys, to the channel. We had kind of stopped a little bit on the 71 because I needed to order some parts. I got the brass freeze plugs that we noticed last time was leaking, and I think that's going to be one of the things we concentrate on today, because I got to suspend the engine with the hoist and be able to take all the motor mounts off and, you know, do the freeze plugs behind the motor mounts. And well, if we're gonna do that, I'm also gonna pull the oil pan, pull the plugs at the very bottom to get whatever coolant is left in the block. There's some 1/4 inch plugs at the very bottom of the engine block that I'd like to pull out and just drain all the crap out of it. But let's see how it goes. Also, while we were waiting, I got some pretty cool valve covers. So it's a kind of more retro, old school. Gonna really make this sucker pop instead of the old crusty valve covers. So kind of what she's gonna look like. Yo. Looks nice. Only problem is that no matter how nice it looks, if it don't run, it still sucks. So let's worry about getting it running right. Nice, I didn't sweep. So I've been kind of collecting parts. We've got a new balancer that we noticed some damage on last time, so got one from Amazon. Hope it does what it's supposed to do. And some alternator brackets that we've had left from other projects. And I want to say I had a brand new chrome alternator in a box somewhere that I can't for the life of me find it. So I found an old one in the other shop. I don't know what I did with the new one, whether it's in my garage or whether it's in the old shop. I have no idea. I can't find it, but probably gonna have to order another one. And you watch. I'm gonna order a new one, and then I'm gonna find the one that I was looking for. It always happens.
Eli ordered this rug in Italy when he was over there and visiting Vienna Sausage. This rug cost him like $700.
Best 20 bucks I spent. The last time we worked on this thing, I sprayed solvent at the top of the engine to kind of wash everything down to the oil pan. Well, now we gotta get it out of there. But I got a new oil pan gasket, of course, everything else that we had ordered. seals and whatnot. I guess we'll drain the fluid and get the old pan off. Then I'll start worrying about the freeze plugs. Just trying to get these as flat as possible to give me some decent lighting. And let me get the, always losing shit. There it is. When that starts to happen, that's when you know it's time to clean everything out again. We'll give it a few more weeks. Just noticed something I really don't like right up here. So this deal right here, you see how it's crooked, like almost like it's cross-threaded? Well, this ball is the pivot point for the clutch linkage on the transmission. If this were to break, then you basically have no clutch engagement. So I'm gonna have to pull that off and either tap it, make sure it's straight and make sure it's strong, because I don't want to end up broke down because of it. I don't know. Oh, it's loose too. Looks like a half inch 13. So this is a half inch 13 TPI tap, I hope. Can't see the letters very well. I'm pretty sure. That's it. Yeah, it's all, yeah, that's it. This is a standard thread, which I think the US is the only one that uses that measurement. Everybody else is metric, but we made SAE, which is a Society of Automotive Engineers, came up with a standard thread. That's not gonna fit. Now watch me make it 10 times worse. Oh, it's actually going pretty good. Hopefully it had just come loose and didn't damage anything. I've still got some good threads in there. So far so good. I think that bottomed out already. And that, my friends, is a small victory. You know what, I better put a little bit of Loctite, and I better get the right wrench, because what started out as freeze plugs ended up with this thing. But it really worried me, because if this was bad, that means the hole in the block would have been bad, and it would have turned into a nightmare. And probably for somebody else, because I would have sold it. Now I gotta get these plugs off, at least one of them. Oh no, I gotta do both. 9/16. So I've been working on all kinds of other side projects. My son's car, the center carrier bearing went out. So I've been going from metric to standard stuff. I'm working on my son's truck, my oldest son's truck. We painted it. It's just never ending. Especially when you raise boys to like cars. I think that should be good for now. Let me get the starter out so we can make some space. Shit just keeps getting better. Starter's loose. I wonder why. Look at that. Wow. All right. So, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try it. If it was any other one of my vehicles, I would have just dropped this in there and forgot all about it. But since I have no history on this truck, I would really like to open this filter up and see what it looks like in the cartridge. It'll tell us a lot about the engine. Let's see if I can find a way to open this thing up without getting a bunch of metal shavings in there. This is for Matthew's car. Another one of my headaches. I got a small grinding wheel that I can use, but I really don't want to because it's just gonna not give me the right information on this filter. So, try my best to open it up without metal shavings. Nice. Perfect for a brand new shop. Pretty sure there's a pissed off spring in there, just waiting for me to open the door. Now we're good. Nice. So, you don't remember from the last episode, the oil goes in around the sides, through the side holes here, through this paper, and then clean oil comes out the middle. Well, what we're trying to do is get this paper, strain it out, and then open it up to see just how much crap is in there. Ooh, that's not good. So you can tell all the crap in there. And this engine didn't run while I've had it. There's just dirt and shit. I don't know, we're gonna check. I really hope it's not metal shavings, because then we're shit out of luck. It's gonna be good. All right, so here's a moment of truth. And a little concerned. So it's all the crap that's been caught in the filter. There's a lot of silicone, dirt, some particles. Some of those are metal particles. Some bug wings. Yeah. I'm very curious to see how that bottom end is gonna look. This is a very dirty engine. Definitely not good. So, pull that oil pan off. Look at the rod bearings and stuff. All right. Trying to cut down on drinking. Doctor says I'm not doing too good. Yeah. She didn't say it very nicely though. She had a few mean words to say. I want a second opinion. It was funny because I didn't tell her anything. She just told me, she was like, so you're drinking every day? And I was like, how are you gonna accuse me of that? Nonsense. I said, Afin should be here tomorrow, or one day. I don't know, I think you gotta go back to Houston or something, some kind of training. I think it's all bullshit. You know, I have a lift. I'm yet to bring it. I gotta tear it down and bring it over here. With my luck, this engine is no good. And then we're pulling an engine. We're doing an overhaul. The wife is not happy. I have an LS. But now I can tell the wife, you know, hey, well, see now I already painted it, you know. Now I have to fix it. Can't just leave it. This bolt is definitely not from there. That's for like a fender or something. Oh my god, it just keeps getting worse.
Emotional, damn it!
I don't want to clean my hands before I make it worse. Ugh. Look at all that sludge. Wash down all this, and then all this sludge here is not healthy. Not really gonna get any precise measuring. Just gonna check if there's no rod journals that are locked up, or if there's any Babbitt material that's squishing out of any con rod or anything stupid like that. Pickup screen doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look bad. But it could definitely use a good cleaning. Let's cross our fingers that it's got good oil pressure. And we'll just flush everything out. If it turns out to be knocking or bad, then, well, we're doing an overhaul. I really don't want to do that, though. I would prefer not to. I'm trying to keep this somewhat of a budget build, even though I already put a bunch of shit in it. All right. I'm gonna go throw the oil out of that pail, properly dispose of it, and then I'll drain the coolant out of these plugs right here and start popping freeze plugs. Guess while we're here, I'll start on cleaning that oil pan a little bit. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I gotta go throw all that oil away. Might as well get rid of the worst of it. And she thinks it's just the drinking. No, Doc. It's a little bit of everything. Dr. Pepper's great and everything, but man, sure would. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just not the same.
No! God, please, no! No!
Better use a socket. Golly. Watch out. Don't get coolant all over your equipment. I guarantee you it's not bone dry. It's just plugged up, I bet you. That's weird. Nothing. I don't know. I think they're plugged up. I'm gonna beat the crap out of that freeze plug, and it's gonna get messy. Yep, so we're gonna let that drain. Because if not, it's not gonna be fun. I'll get the freeze plug up here now. Oh shit. I better get a different punch. See all that corrosion on there? As soon as I tapped it, it blew a hole right through it. Yeah, definitely not a fan of these steel freeze plugs. These are a lot better. Brass. These were from O'Reilly's. O'Reilly Auto Parts. I probably should use the proper tooling, and I have a set of punches and stuff, but sometimes you just overcomplicate things trying to do everything perfect. Socket works just fine. Scotch-Brite. Clean up that surface. And brass looks a little nicer too. So the only thing that sucks is right here behind this motor mount is a freeze plug right there in the center. Sucks, but what do you do? No complaining. It can always be worse. That should work right there. Clean these ports out, these holes, because there's dirt daubers that got in there and made nests. I'm gonna put a chain across so it can hold the engine while we replace the freeze plugs. So these projects, there is a lot of back and forth, and do it once, twice, 3 times, tear it back apart, do it again. Especially when you're trying to save a buck and not blow a bunch of money into something just because you can. That's pretty much all we need to do right there. Oh, look! It's just sitting on there. That's right. Man. Wow. Might have ran around the block or something, but I wouldn't have trusted it on any kind of trip. I gotta take off the bottom bolts from underneath. This is when you wish you had your lift going. You wouldn't be doing this kind of shit. Now that that's off, we find the right socket for the motor mounts. A bunch of crap. They've seen better days, that's for sure. But we're gonna rebuild those here in a little while, like Serafin says. All right, I'm gonna leave this over here because I'm gonna lose it. But I'm just trying to take some of the big shit off. That's the backside, so nobody sees the backside. I'm gonna spray this just because it can dry while I put those two freeze plugs in. Serafin would be proud. It's going. Well, this is gonna be real fun. I can tell already. No, sir, I don't like it. Nice. Shit. Now, ladies, if you have a husband or a boyfriend or a partner or whatever you want to call them that is working on a project like this, you should really consider being nice to him and go back inside, because it's not always rainbows and unicorns. Eli, you're so lucky, always working on cars. So cool. Yeah. So, I was finally able to get that one side out. All right, we got one. Nice. Forgot this side still has water, so I'm gonna put a hole in this one. Yeah, so from the block side, each is split in half, so just because we drained the water off of that side of the block, this side still got water in it, so we'll let that drain. This freeze plug behind this motor mount is probably gonna be our worst one. The worst one that's left, because the other one wasn't that fun either. I need a bigger hammer. I'd be able to get it from the bottom. I just will wait till finish draining, and I can probably get it with a long chisel or pry bar from the bottom. Situations like these is where a Coors Light would have been perfect. It's just way more aggravating this way. Feels like work, not like a hobby. Air chisel would work real good right now. We'll figure it out. At least you don't have to censor these out. Like, did I leave the hammer up there? Have it. Yeah, bitch. Uh-oh. Watch the easiest one become the most complicated. Not able to get enough. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Maybe a little bit smaller. All right. Shit. That sucked. I'm glad that's over. Now before we call it a day, I'm gonna clean Teflon and put these plugs back, because you know what happens when you forget to put plugs in certain passages. Oh, pressure port.
All that, I got excited.
While it's still fresh in our minds, we better get these back on there. Fuck, I don't know what I did with the Teflon. Yeah, and I thought I hung it up there somewhere. We're gonna make sure we plug these up, because y'all already know what happened last time.
All that, I got excited.
All right, so that's gonna be enough chingaderas for today. Tomorrow, we'll get the motor mounts back on, set that engine back down, clean the gasket material, probably close up that timing chain, put the whole pan back on, and start buttoning everything back up together and pray for the best. See you guys later.
En una troca bajita, con sus rines bien cromados, una hielera en la caja y una muchachona a un lado.